I don't have any topics to discuss tonight. It will be just the information that I wanted to share with you guys to explain you what is what and why I took the decision that I took. And maybe this information will be useful to some of you. No plans for Africa. No plans for Africa, Richard. Never plan Africa. This maybe after year or two it will be on my list, but not now. Not next year. Maybe after that I can think about it. The problem with Africa is that many countries are closed and you cannot really make a nice circle around the continent. You can visit a number of countries, but you cannot make the loop. Exactly what I want. Canada. So now this is the information, guys, that I wanted to share on this stream. I'm not going to Canada. This trip is cancelled. And in this stream I will explain why and what is my next destination that is already planned and it will be executed this summer. So I need to cancel Canada because of many different factors that I was not aware of. But yesterday I had a meeting with a person who lives in Canada for more than 20 years, Bulgarian guy. He lived and worked in Canada, and he worked actually in a motorcycle store where they sell motorcycles and also they repair motorcycles over there. So he has a very important information that I cannot get from anywhere else. It doesn't matter how hard I was trying to find the information. First of all, I found a very affordable shipping for my motorcycle. A friend of mine gave me a contact person who offered very good price, around 2,000 euros for a round trip to bring my motorcycle to Canada and back, which is very good price because the cheaper option that I found was almost 4,000 euros from different companies. And I was very happy that I found this solution, but then when I spoke with my man, he said so many different things that I was not aware of. The first that he said, I still cannot believe that it's true, but he swear that it's true. And he explained me the story. Last year in 2025, a British guy arrived in Canada. He lives and works, by the way, in Ontario. British guy arrived in Ontario with his British motorcycle shipped to Canada, and they did not allow him to ride it. Two reasons. First was the insurance. And the problem is that because the motorcycle is not with Canadian number plates, he cannot make insurance that easy. He cannot use the British insurance that he has. So the solution was very difficult to find. Anyway, they found some kind of solution. He cannot even explain to me what insurance, how they manage it, how they did it, but it was very, very difficult and almost on the edge of legality to have some kind of insurance for 3 months, but it cost him almost 2,000 pounds for 3 months. This was the first obstacle that this guy has. The second obstacle that he has was that they did not allow him to ride a motorcycle in Canada with his British driver's license. I have no idea why he hasn't as well, because I checked so many times online. All the information that I found was that it's not a problem. If you have an international driver's license, you can ride in Canada without any problems. But he said, yes, it is like that for cars. For cars, you can drive with your international driver's license for 6 months, but not a motorcycle. For motorcycles, the rules are completely different. So they did not allow him to ride his motorcycle with the existing British driver's license. So what he did, what the solution was to make a course, a driving course in Canada, to take the test and everything. Or another solution that is again on the edge of legality is to say that he lost his driver's license. Yeah, Richard, this is strange. UK license should last at least 12 months and stay longer, need to be Canadian test. Yes, absolutely agree. Also, Canada is belong to the crown. It belongs to UK. I didn't know that, but he said, yeah, it is exactly like that. So he said that he lost his driver's license, and because he lost it, they gave him another one temporary document, and with this temporary document he needed to make one test before they gave him a temporary Canadian driver's license with which one he can ride around the country for 2 months. This is what he said to me. And I asked, is this information old or what? He said, no, it's from 2025, last year. This was the thing that I just cannot understand why. Also, I check once again, everything said that with a normal international driver's license, you can ride here without any problems. The second problem was the insurance. The minimum offer that we can get, because once you go to Canada, it doesn't matter how many years of experience I have on my driver's license, it doesn't work that way. In Canada, they will consider me like a brand new rider, and they will charge me the maximum amount of this insurance. So it will be probably between $8,000 and $12,000 per year, which means that for 3 months this will cost me almost like $2,000 just to insure the motorcycle. And we're talking about third-party insurance to ride it on the road, not a casco or full insurance or something like that, just to have a legal right to ride it on the road. So first was the license, second was the insurance, and all of these things are only valid for the state of Ontario. Every other state might have a different rules. This is the information only from Ontario, what he said. And any other states might have different rules, might be much better than this or much worse. He doesn't know. I didn't know either. I still did not believe him completely. And last night, a friend of mine has a cousin who lives in Canada for 20 years. I spoke with him as well. He cannot confirm about the motorcycle driver's license because he never rode a motorcycle, and he has a Canadian license from many years, and his insurance is affordable because he never have accidents. But he said exactly the same about the insurances that I will need to ride a motorcycle in Canada. He confirmed the same prices. And because of these reasons, because of the overall cost of the journey, 2,000 euros for shipping, the trip will expensive because 2,000 euros for shipping. Then there will be a flight tickets, at least another maybe 1,500 euros for flight tickets to go there and back, because there are no direct flights to Canada. I have to book a flight to go to any European country, which means an expensive flight. And all of that cost, I will start the trip with at least 3,500, maybe 4,000 euros before I even start riding there. So I cannot really afford to spend all of this money to go there and realize that I cannot ride with my license, or I cannot have a normal insurance, or I have to pay 2,000 or more euros for insurance. John and right, that's interesting, right? Adventure boat to Tenerife from Australia on the USA and road to Canada to meet up Canada guys. I know which boats did it, both of those roads, Alberta and BC. Yes, I also have many friends who went to the States. They bought the motorcycles from the States and they rode to Canada and back. And this is fine, but they never been stopped and never been asked about insurances and all legalities that they need to ride a motorcycle in Canada. Usually, when you're crossing from Canada, from USA to Canada, there is no one on the border. They don't check much. They just check your passports and that's it. They don't care about your insurance and your everything. But because I will arrive in Canada on the port, I need to release the motorcycle from the port. I need to go to many different steps. And when I spoke with, I also yesterday made a few phone calls and talking with the guys that already been to the States and crossed to Canada. And I asked them a very specific question. Did someone ask you on the border what kind of insurance you have? They said no. Is anyone stop you, police in Canada, or something on the road happening? No, absolutely not. No one even stopped me. I just went there, make a big loop and went back to the States, no problems whatsoever. And this is, I understand that if you cross from the States, maybe no one will ever ask you. But I was planning to make 20,000 kilometers in Canada, and I cannot believe that for 20,000 kilometers I will be that lucky that even not a single policeman won't stop me, so I won't have any problems. On the other hand, if even one police stop me, and this police is not in good mood at the moment, or he decided to follow all rules and obligations, which I believe they will do it, my journey will stop immediately. That's why, because I cannot afford to spend so much money and not complete the trip, I decided forget about it. I canceled this idea for now. Also, I learned yesterday that we still have some kind of visa for Canada. I was thinking, or I was told that we don't have visa from 7-8 years anymore, but we still have some kind of online visa, but we still have some kind of visa. So it is very possible also that I'm not gonna get even a visa for Canada. So all of these obstacles forced me to just forget about this idea. I never really wanted to see Canada, guys, but because it is a place that I have never been, and because it's a large country that requires a lot of endurance to ride it, I thought that it's a good idea to do it now until I feel strong to do it. But it looks like it's not gonna happen this year. Maybe after year 2 or 3, maybe if I have a motorcycle, local motorcycle, some different rules or something different come, I will do it. But not this year. I completely canceled this trip. And since I canceled this trip, I immediately know where I will go right now. And I can tell you that when I canceled the trip, when I said to myself, I'm not going to go there, it was like, whew, a massive relief. I was worried so much about so many different things, all of this logistic and all of these things that I have to organize just to get there before I even start riding was a nightmare that I didn't want to have so soon after South America. So, now the important part. Svani, that's true. They don't check insurances. I have crossed the car several times in Ontario. Exactly, they don't check anything. But if you're checked, then you might be in a big troubles, because basically you're riding a motorcycle without any insurance in Canada, because if any American insurance work there, maybe somehow, maybe don't, I cannot confirm. As I told you guys, I just cannot risk. I love the risk sometimes, but not that expensive risk that I can take. Svani, I have crossed Canada from Ontario to BC. Only places worth seeing are mountains in Ontario and Alberta, BC. The rest, prayers are just friends, they stuck. Yeah, I understand that. As I told you, I never really wanted to see Canada. I did not expect much adventure in Canada, but it was just a country in my list that I wanted to see. But it looks like it's not gonna happen like that, or it's not gonna happen with a motorcycle, because it's just so complicated. So, do you want me to share where will be my next trip now? I guess that it will be interesting for you, or not. Please let me know in the comments. I will surprise you. I told you that I'm gonna surprise you. Yes, please. Okay. So my next trip is going to be to Central Asia. Even though I was there in 2015, almost 11 years ago, I would like to go there again. And everyone who ever talked to me and asked me what is your best trips, I always said that one of my best trips was around Central Asia. And since I did this trip many years ago, I always dreamed that one day I'll do it again, slowly, with more details. Because the first time when I went there in 2015, it was so fast. I crossed it so fast, and I haven't got the chance to experience everything. But this time I'm gonna do it in much slower pace, and I'll do it with my friend and mechanic Plamen, the same guy that we were been to South America. And yesterday, because he wanted to go to Central Asia from a long time, and he asked me a few times, and I said, Plamen, I have been there, let's see first the next of the things and stuff like that. But yesterday, when I said to him, okay, can you guess what will be the destination? He said, Central Asia. So we decided to go to Central Asia together. And we're gonna make a very interesting journey, because we're gonna cross a few places that I haven't been before. So we'll start from Bulgaria, we'll cross Turkey. From Turkey, we'll cross to Iraq, or the Kurdistanian part of Iraq, and around Baghdad as well. From there, we'll cross to Iran. From Iran, we'll cross to Turkmenistan. From Turkmenistan to Uzbekistan. From Uzbekistan to Tajikistan. From Tajikistan to Kyrgyzstan. From Kyrgyzstan to Kazakhstan. And from Kazakhstan, we'll go to Russia. There are visas for Russia, by the way. Yesterday I spoke with the guy who made my visa for Russia 2 years ago, and he said that he can make it again. And from Russia, we're gonna make a big loop around Russia, go through Moscow, through St. Petersburg, and then enter Europe from Litva, then Lithuania, then we'll go all the way down to Poland, Czech Republic, Slovakia, Hungary, Romania, and back to Bulgaria. This will be one very long and interesting journey. Something else. Once we're in Tajikistan, we also will cross to Afghanistan, because there is a border very close. Actually, the Tajikistan and Afghanistan are neighbor countries. So we'll cross to Afghanistan as well, make a big loop around Afghanistan, around Vakhan Valley, it was over there, and then go back to Tajikistan and continue this trip. I look forward this journey so much, guys, that I wanted to start yesterday. That's enthusiastic I am. About Canada was, I have to go there, I have to go. But for Central Asia, I want to start now on -12 outside. That interesting this trip is. And now, because we're going to include even more interesting countries, and my friend will be with me to share this experience. Also, another one friend of ours that we ride together here very often. He was invited, but he hasn't got the time, so he's probably shipped his motorcycle. He will ship his motorcycle to Kyrgyzstan, and will take it from Kyrgyzstan and will meet us somewhere in Pamir Highway in Tajikistan, ride with us for 2-3 weeks, and then fly back home, and the motorcycle will be sent back home. This is such an interesting journey. As I said, guys, I look forward to all of this. And of course, everything will be on video now, but not the video like the last time, just one quick video. Now will be many detailed episodes. And now I believe that I already learned my lesson, so I will try to provide now as maximum as possible information from these places without filming so much the roads. Mostly the things that we can see there, or the things that we do every single day, all of these different towns. It's a wonderful trip, because first you start with Turkey. Turkey by itself is very interesting country. Then we'll go to Iraq, then Iran, fantastic country. Then Turkmenistan, fantastic. Then Uzbekistan, from cultural point of view, Uzbekistan is fantastic. All of these old towns like Khiva, Bukhara, Samarkand, fantastic places. Then Tajikistan, mountains, all the Akbaital Pass and these high peaks from everywhere, 6,000-7,000, fantastic. Then Kyrgyzstan, green, when I'm telling you all of this now, and I have this, my hairs go like this, this chicken skin. So this is the plan for now. We have one problem that is still not so clear. For that trip, we have to make 5 different visas. Russian visa is clear. I already spoke with the guy. Iranian visa is fine. There is an Iranian embassy in Sofia. There is a embassy of Iraq in Sofia as well. Turkmenistanian embassy, but we don't have in Bulgaria. So I will probably need to go to Istanbul or Ankara, whatever they have. And these visas are still problem, because we don't have much time. We plan to start here at latest end of June. Not less than end of June. This basically means no more than 5 months to make 5 different visas. And I usually know that for one visa you need around a month. So we're at the age of all of this. And this Turkmenistanian visa is not exactly the visa that you think that we need. It is a transit visa. And not exactly the transit visa. It's more like an invitation for transit visa. Because transit visa I can have for Turkmenistan, but it's only for 5 days, and you have to know a clear dates. But because we're traveling with the motorcycles, we're gonna cross many countries, I cannot give a clear dates. Does mean that I have to do it like a last time. Invitation for visa that we can get on the border. And I don't know, will it be possible? Because if not, we have to skip Turkmenistan and try to find another solution, which is not so easy. I am still not working on the routes and everything, but I will do it in the next few days, and I will publish it in my website. So these are the exciting news that I have right now, guys. As I said, this is something that I wanted to do from such a long time. I even named the trip now Motorcycle Adventure Central Asia 2026, 11 years later. So I just want to see what changed over there for 11 years. Before we continue, let me clarify something that I am asked quite often. Many people want to travel like me, but what really matters is understanding what this kind of life actually means. That's why I created my new online course, Adventure Riding Without Illusions. It's not about the gear or routes, but about the reality behind long-term motorcycle travel. If this is something that you might be interested in, you can read more via the link below. Back to the video. This is the biggest news that I wanted to share with you guys. If you want to ask me now something, go ahead, shoot. I'll be glad if I can reply. How long it's gonna take? I planned 3 months, maximum 3 months, because this is the time window that, or the weather window that you can have in Central Asia. June, July, August, maybe the beginning of September. If I already crossed the higher mountains in Tajikistan, then it's fine, but not later than that, because it will be cold, there will be snow over there, and stuff like that. 3 months. 3 months will be the maximum. Maybe we'll make it faster. We are usually very effective, and we travel very fast. But because there are so many interesting places, I just don't want to skip it as a last time. I want to have more time to pay more attention and to see more things, to enjoy the trip a little bit better. And I'll tell you something, the whole trip in Central Asia will cost me about the same money that I was planning to spend for shipping and flight tickets. And that's why I'm so happy now. All the prices that anyone can tell me now on these areas, because I've already been there, sounds like something very cheap to me compared to the prices in Canada. When I've been told that in Canada I cannot find a hotel less than $80 per day. In Central Asia, usually the hotels are $10 per day. So the difference is huge. The food is almost without any money. Everyone speaks Russian. Fantastic. I look forward. Now, guys, if you have questions, go ahead. Yeah, egg shortage coming in Central Asia. Now they have some nice meals over there, like plov. Plov is basically rice with meat, which is very nice, very affordable meal. You can eat it almost everywhere. Of course, eggs are always welcome. But once again, guys, I cannot tell you what kind of relief I have right now. Everything from my shoulders, because I was not sure that I can make it for Canada. It was just too expensive for me to have such a trip. And then I realized, why the hell I have to force myself to go to the place where I don't really want to go and I cannot afford at the moment? Why I'm making this? And then the decision, or everything that they told me, came like a gift to me. I checked once again after they told me here and there, but even if everyone is not like that, if even everything is easy to go, no problem with insurance, no problem with license, I was still not going to go there, if you understand what I mean. John Enright, I'm from Ireland, but I live in Canada for hotels in the summertime. I will say more like 150 per night minimum. Even better that I'm not going to go there. Svani, what does Plamen do for living, and does he have wife and kids? Plamen is a motorcycle mechanic. He has a kid, but the kid now is 21 years old. He's a big boy now, and he will handle the garage until Plamen is not here. This is not the best period of the year for him to travel, but he wants to do it, and he will sacrifice the work just because of the trip. And his son is also a mechanic. Of course, he hasn't got the experience of his father, but he can handle. Summertime is mostly oil changes and maintenance, stuff like that. He can do it without any problems. Same bikes, I presume. I feel this good about Asia. It's a definitely good decision. Yeah, absolutely. The best of everything is that we're gonna be with our motorcycles. Motorcycles that we have exactly the same. Plamen has 10RS700, I have 10RS700. We're gonna prepare the motorcycles before the trip. We're gonna organize tire changes somewhere in the middle of the trip or something like that. It's so much easier when you have a land borders, when you don't have to ship, when you don't have to organize all of these things. With our bikes, yeah, absolutely pleasure. Especially in the mountains area. Svani, I cannot wait my kids to grow up. How old are your kids now? And how old are you? Man, every time when I know where I'm going now, I just cannot hide the smile of my face. I like this. I always like to go into the east. West never been my priority, never ever. Your 41 kids are 10 and 9. Yeah, they will grow fast, don't worry about it. It will come fast. My kids are big now. My daughter is 29, my son is 24. So I'm 51, 10 years older than you. The time will come, don't worry about it. Don't waste it, just don't waste it. John and Wright, I'm riding to Montana in the summer. It's a 4,000 kilometer round trip. Hoping can survive the long highway trip on the Tenere 700. You will be alright, don't worry about it. Tenere can handle anything. No camping then, hotel standalone. No, absolutely, we're not gonna take our tents as well. We will be, as usual, as light as possible. We're gonna sleep in hotels, guest houses, hostels, whatever we can find on the road. We're not gonna take the tents. Last time when I was in Central Asia, I used my tent only twice. Not because it was necessary, because I wanted, because I had this tent for so many kilometers with me, and I wanted to use it at least once or twice. So it was absolutely not necessary to have a tent in Central Asia, and I'm not gonna take it right now. Yeah, for $10 or $10, $12 or $15 even per day, tent is not an option at all. Also, it will be very hot in Uzbekistan, in Turkmenistan. It will be over 40 degrees. So tent is not an option at all. I still don't know with what kind of gear I will go there. I might go to, maybe I will go to Sand 4 or something like that. I still did not took the final decision about it, but I still have a lot of time and I will organize it. The most important for me now is to work on all of these documents, visas, and all of these obstacles that I might have to make as soon as possible all of these things. How do you feel about riding as a free at times rather than two people? Well, for a short period of time, it's not a problem. I can ride even with 10 people. I prefer to be alone, but since we start riding together with Plamen, it's alright. He's a very, very solid rider. He's a great company. He never complained for anything. I don't have problem with Plamen. I also know the third guy that will come with us. He's also like a soldier. I don't think that we're gonna have any problems with this. Maybe we can have different type of problems. Difficult to find rooms for free people, or we need to work a little bit more on that direction. But I'm sure that we'll be alright. We are great friends, so not a problem at all. And he's gonna be with us maybe in the 2-3 weeks with us. Yeah, absolutely, I agree with you. I agree about it. The more people you have, the slower is gonna be. The slower the tempo is gonna be. But it is what it is. He's a very good friend of mine. And yesterday, when we decided where we will go with Plamen, because he also wanted to visit Central Asia from a long time, he talked to me on this topic many times. And yesterday, I phoned him and said, listen, I have a proposition for you, and it is so good that you cannot say no. And I explained him about the plan, and I said to him, listen, it will be 3 months long. It will be like South America. Very tough, no luxury, no stuff, nothing like this. We're gonna cover many kilometers. If you want to come, you're the only person that we can invite. No more people, just you, only if you want. And he said that he cannot afford to travel 3 months, but he probably find a solution, as I told you, to ship the motorcycle and spend a month or something to ride, and then go back home, just to complete his dream. Yes, Plamen was planning to come with me to Canada. We were actually together yesterday when we met this guy who explained us everything. And we were planning to go together with Plamen, yes. That's why now we switched to Central Asia. My dream was to visit Central Asia once again, alone and slowly, and to make many video episodes, and the dream is completed, except that I will be with Plamen now, which will be probably even better, because Plamen, as I said, is a great company. John Enright, I watched your videos on tire, but do you have any new thoughts on tires for the Tenere? No. It's the same. I don't mind to have tubes. Actually, I prefer to have tubes because tubes are there with a reason. You can fix a flat tire with tubes, but you cannot fix a bent rim when you cannot continue traveling, if you understand what I mean. Yeah, it's requires a little bit more work, but I never been afraid of work and I know how to do it, so this is not a problem for me. Would you return to South America, or are you happy with what you have seen, that you have seen enough? No, I do not plan to return to South America. I'm happy with what I have seen, and there is nothing that I have a personal interest. Maybe one day, if I plan to go there, it will be probably like a normal tourist to see the last two countries that I haven't seen. This is like they were Papua New Guinea, and another one they were on the northeast part. I haven't seen Uruguay as well, but I'm not going to go to South America just for Uruguay. So no, I don't plan to go to South America again. I don't even have interest. And to be honest, South America, the trip to South America was something like Canada. I didn't really want to go there. Yes, I went, it was interesting. It was interesting because of Colombia, Venezuela and Brazil. The rest was very predictable and something that it was nice, I enjoyed, but I don't think that I will ever go there again. I have the same feeling for Africa. I know that one day I will go there, but it's not something that I am excited. It's not like Central Asia, even though I already been there. Alright guys, if you don't have any questions, I'm gonna give you 5 more minutes and we're gonna end the stream here. And next Sunday, we'll be again here talking with you guys. What topic? I don't know. We'll find a specific topic. I might have even more information about my visas and everything that is about to come. For all Patreons and channel members, as you already noticed, I sent I made a post and video on the Patreon and Patreon page that I start doing exclusive videos only for my patrons. Any particular things you look forward to it? Everything, Richard, everything is interesting there. I just want to be on the motorcycle, on my motorcycle, and ride on the long trips. That's everything I want. And this direction east, it's always interesting. I know that it will be interesting. It's interesting in Turkey. The food is fantastic. It will be interesting in Iraq. I'm sure that it is not what people said. It is interesting in Iran and all of the rest of the countries. So nothing particular. I just want to see everything again. Yes, I told you, for Patreons I start uploading videos. Every week I will upload at least one video to inform you what is my current progress, what I do, how my life is going until I'm not working. I will share information about my planned future trip, how I organize everything. I will share probably some links and information that you might need. It will be more like a personal connection between me and you guys. I hope that you will enjoy this type of videos and it will be beneficial for both of us. But anyway, thank you very much for coming tonight, guys. Thank you very much for the support that you provided for such a long time. And see you next week. Okay, just one more question. Do you plan on having GPS or similar for YouTube, many apps that will track on the background and you can hear at all 3D maps and animation? I don't plan to have such a things. I will probably buy a drone, a small drone that I have interest to buy. Probably, I do not promise this. I will have my paper maps as well, and I will use Google Maps, whatever is necessary. I'm not gonna have any GPX files or something like that. It's not something that I'm interested. I know that people like these things. They want to open it on the computer and play with all of these things, but it's not for me. I don't enjoy this process and I'm not gonna do it. Yeah guys, thank you very much for coming tonight and see you next week. Ciao.